Hello, and welcome back to Witch's Brew. I have another spell jar here for you today, and this one is for fertility. Like, we're not talking like fertility of the mind, fertility of the bank account. Like, this is literally for like conceiving a child. I made one of these, and I'll tell you where I put it later, but within a month of making this, I was pregnant. Will that be the case for everyone? No, probably not. I'll tell you a little later in the video what I also did witchy-wise about that, but I know a lot of it comes down to timing. Obviously, if you are having continued issues, like definitely go see your doctor, have your partner see their doctor and get checked out. But a little magic never hurt anybody. I'm just saying, if you feel like making this one for fun, use caution as to where you put this. I guess that's all I'll say. So let's get into the ingredients of this one. Honestly, since I'm already pregnant, I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this one, but this jar once I make it. But I definitely wanted to show you guys. This is one of my favorite things I've done. Before I get into it, I typically do spell jars, but you can also turn this one into like a little satchel or sachet as well. I don't know why I don't do sachets. Honest, I just don't. I like the little jars. I think they're cute. That's probably why. Okay, so for ingredients, you will need fluorite, rose quartz, unakite, pink sea salt, lavender, poppy. You could also use rice, peppermint, and violet. For the wax, I chose, when I did mine, I chose peach, and I'm going to do that color again. Peaches are often associated with fertility. I should have brought my original jar down here, but I also attached a little peach charm to it to kind of symbolize that. You might attach a baby charm or something like that. You could also do pink for love, or if you're feeling a little extra spicy, you could do red for lust. Totally up to you. We do have one ingredient in here for lust. So that is why I say, like, it is specifically for like conceiving a baby. All right, let's do it. As usual, I always start with my stones first. We are going to start with fluorite first. This is for healing and for libido. I have these like giant fluorite chips I'm going to use. Next, we have rose quartz. That is for love. Next is unakite. And that is for reproductive healing. Honestly, Unakite is just a great stone. I feel like it is highly underrated. Um, I will say for the stones for this one, I made my first one before I had a giant collection of chips, and I was able to get all 3 stones at my local Michael's, which is right down the street. It was wonderful. Actually, the Unakite that I used is from that same strand that I originally bought. Next, we are going to go in with our pink sea salt. And just for cleansing, but also adding some love and self-love to that. I don't usually put a ton. Some people will like cover the whole thing. I don't know if you can see that. They'll like try to cover the whole thing in salt. I just use a little scoop. All right, after our pink salt, we are going in with lavender for love. If you have fears or anxiety around conceiving, lavender is also great to just help calm those, bring you some peace of mind. All right, so next we're going to go with our poppy, or you can use rice. And this is for fertility. Poppy seeds are, and honestly rice too, are another ingredient that I really feel like I should use more. Another added benefit is rice is great for drawing in money. Here in a couple months, I'm going to do a video on money bowls, and the basis of that is rice. But rice also has so many other great and honestly really diverse properties as well. So this is what my jar looks like so far. I could probably get it away with adding some more poppies in here because I do have quite a bit of room left. The violet is usually a little chunkier. And violet is for love, which is what we're going to add next. Honestly, mine is violet leaf. You could also buy yourself violets and dry them. All part of the violet is great. Or if you have violets growing in your garden. I know violets are more of a springtime flower, which all of our violets around here are dead because of the gardening zone I'm in. But if you are farther north, you might actually still have some violets left. Okay, I made a mess, so I'm just going to add the mess back in. All right, that's good enough. And last but not least, we have peppermint or mint, and that is lust. Honestly, peppermint is another fantastic herb because it also has protection qualities as well. It just smells really good. Peppermint is also a really easy herb to find because at the very least, if you don't have a apothecary or witchy supply store around you, you can at the very least buy some peppermint tea and just empty out the packets. And then we cork our jar. Oops, sorry, I keep putting it not in the light. So that's what mine looks like. Again, yours would be different if you used rice. You could, for extra benefit, do rice and poppies. Nothing saying that you can't. Again, if, as I usually say for these spell jars, if all you have is a regular candle, just use what you have. There's no need to like go crazy and buy a whole wax melting set. You know, like I did. Use what you have. All right. So as we are melting, let's try that again. As we are melting our wax, we are thinking of our intention. If you are, you could definitely make this for a friend. If you know a friend that's, if you know someone that's trying to conceive or a couple that's trying to conceive, honestly, even if they're going through the IVF process or whatever their situation might be, or if you are also going through that process, first of all, I feel for you. I know plenty of people that have gone through that process, and it's really hard. But if you're making it for someone else, think of them, you know, having their baby, and if you're making it for yourself, you know, visualize yourself with the baby. You know, really think about all of your intentions. Once this melts, we'll talk about some of the deities that you can talk to for fertility and for pregnancy. You're going to think about your intention, which is obviously pregnancy, having a child. You can add a cute little charm too, if you wish. I know I typically don't add one in these videos because honestly it just takes a while. It takes just extra time, which is fine. But with it being nap time, I don't always have that luxury. But then your jar is done. And if you would like to speak some words over that jar, I always say like, or use what comes to your mind. We are all intuitive in some way. If nothing is coming to mind, I would recommend saying something like, may the holder of this jar have ease with their fertility journey. May they conceive easily and successfully. May this ease their minds and ease their worries. And may the baby conceived be healthy and the family prosperous. Now, when I was finished with mine, I immediately put mine in my bedside table. It's actually still there. I need to remember to take it out before I have this child. Because we want to space them out a little bit more. But like I said, I put mine right in the drawer. It's been there since. and I made this 4 months ago. I also, when I made mine, I called in a bunch of the goddesses. I called in my female ancestors and also asked them for help. I lit some incense for them as well. One of the incense that I really like for them is a raspberry one. Rose would be great. I'm hearing jasmine, really the florals would be wonderful. Peach, again, because peach is great for fertility. Peach would be great too. Strawberry, like a lot of the fruity or florally ones, because if you're going to talk to the goddesses, obviously talk to who you feel called to. But if you're looking for somewhere to start, I would start with Demeter, Aphrodite, Hathor, the goddess Diana. Those are the ones that come to mind right off the bat for like the old gods. Mother Mary would be fantastic to talk to. As for archangels, Archangel Ariel, Haniel, Vivaso. He's not an archangel, but Saint Jude. Sorry, I'm kind of trying to channel and see who comes up. Okay. Yeah, they're saying those would probably be like the most beneficial to talk to. That doesn't mean that there aren't more. One that I talked to quite frequently was the Celtic goddess Brigid, because she is the goddess of fertility and childbirth in the Celtic god system. And I'm not saying that there aren't more. If you feel called to someone in particular, definitely talk to them. Petition them, I guess is the right word. Anything else? Oh, yeah. Sorry. I like to check in with them in case there's anything I forgot, and there was. You can use the same or similar herbs in a candle spell. Rose would be something great to add, like rose petals. Would be great to add. Again, a pink or red candle. So I did this spell jar. I also did, I think I did at least one, if not two, candle spells as well. I think I did one with I might have done one with a pink and a blue candle, where I used a lot more herbs, but similar herbs to what I put in this jar, again, plus rose petals, plus jasmine. Off the top of my head, thyme would be really great for courage. Sorry, I think it just came through and said add hawthorn as well. Let me, honestly, sorry, that's my monitor. My son is napping. Honestly, I've never I don't even think I have hawthorn in my collection. Oh, hibiscus would be great as well. Hazel is good for fertility as well as wishes. Hawthorn. Yep, hawthorn is for fertility as well. Fertility and happiness. I will say, if you want to well, I guess that wouldn't help. I'm sorry. I'm looking at hawthorn right now, and one of the powers is also chastity, which is something that you don't want to do. You want to make sure you intend it for fertility if you're doing one of these. Grapes for fertility. If you want to do some food magic. Honestly, and I'm going to do like a whole podcast episode about which books I like to use. This one that I'm using right now, and I'll tell you in a minute what that is. Oh yeah, there are a ton. So this is my favorite book. One of my favorite books. And this is the Encyclopedia of Magical Herbs by Scott Cunningham. It is absolutely fantastic. It doesn't have everything, but it is chock full with so much information. And if you have this book on page 277, it has so many herbs on that would increase fertility. Carrot, cucumber, daffodil, fig, geranium, mistletoe, different types of nuts, olives, palms or dates, patchouli, pomegranate. Should have known about pomegranate. Sunflowers, wheat. So I guess do with that information what you will. Just because of where I'm at in my journey, having already, I am already pregnant. And I know some of the content that I'm filming will come out after I give birth, and I do not want to conceive again immediately. So I will not be sharing those spells that I did, at least not right now. Because I don't want that intention set for after I give birth. I'm just being cautious. Especially because I know this one is going to have to be a planned C-section. So I'm going to need some extra time to heal. But I hope that you found this information helpful. If you do this spell or, complete this spell jar, please let me know how it goes. Best of luck to you. I know that fertility is difficult, and a lot of people don't really talk about the toll that conception takes on, honestly, both partners, but I feel like not a lot of people acknowledge the mental toll that it takes on women, especially. So my thoughts are definitely with you. Mentally take care of yourself as well. But I love you, and I hope this helps.